In this tutorial, we'll be discussing thermal destruction of microbes. This concept is very important when you want to optimize conditions in processing conditions such as sterilization and pasteurization, in which the food is heated for a particular period of time at a set temperature and hence preserving it. You will be reading about the details of these topics in the further tutorials. To get an access to those topics, kindly register to Firegate as soon as possible. The link of detailed notes of this topic has been attached in the description box. So let's get started. We'll be studying about thermal death kinetics, D value, thermal death time and death curve, Z value, F value, and hence the 12D concept. Starting with thermal death kinetics. Now, whenever we observe a thermal destruction process, we see that different microbes, they have different tolerance level to external factors such as heat. Now, when we observe the growth microbial curve, we see the first step is the lag phase, followed by a growth phase or an exponential phase, which is exponential. Such as if the population is 10 raised to power 2, it goes on to 10 raised to power 4, followed by 10 raised to power 6, and so on. This step is followed by a steady state at which the growth rate follows a stationary manner, or it doesn't decrease or increase. Now, what we want to consider is the death phase, which is this point. Now, it has been seen that the death phase is similar to the exponential phase in the manner it also follows a logarithmic process. Now, what is a logarithmic process? Now, when we see the death of a microorganism, it decreases at a specific manner. For example, if the population here is 10 raised to power 6, after a certain period of time, it reaches to 10 raised to power 4, then 10 raised to power 2. So therefore, it is following an exponential manner, a fixed manner, and it depends on the population of the microorganisms at that particular time. Next, it is also seen that microbial inactivation follows a first order reaction. Now, what is a first order reaction? Let us see. Now, whenever we see a reaction, say A plus B, it gives C plus D. Now, in this reaction, these are your reactants and these are your products, right? Now, when we say that a reaction is following a first order reaction, it means that the progress rate of this reaction, whether it is fast or slow, it depends only on one reactant. Say for this case, it depends on A. So, rate of this reaction is directly proportional to A. So therefore, a similar manner is followed in thermal death kinetics, meaning that the declination of the microorganism follows a pattern and it depends on a reactant, and the reactant in this case is N, that is the population of microorganisms. Now, whenever we plot this, the number of microorganisms on your y-axis and time in your x-axis, we observe that as the time increases, the number of microorganisms are decreasing in an exponential manner as discussed. Now, this curve is also known as microbial survival curve. Now, why is it known as microbial survival curve? Because at each point of time, you have the number of survivors. Like if you are, putting an external factor such as heat to destroy the population, so at a particular time, some are destroyed and some survive. So therefore, its name is microbial survival curve. Now we see that this is the curve we are getting. Now for the ease of calculations, we usually convert this curve into semi-log coordinates. That is, on the y-axis, we take the log of microorganisms with the linear axis of time. For example, just for a reference I am taking, we have a population of 10,000 and we have to decrease this to 1,000. So these numbers are actually in reality very, very large to deal with. So if we take the log of these numbers, it will be log with the base of 10. So log 10 raised to the power 4, and this would be log of 10 raised to power 3. So when we simplify it, we get 4 and 3. So you see that 4 and 3 are comparatively easier for our calculations rather than taking 10,000 and 1,000. So therefore, we convert the normal microbial survival curve in semi-log coordinates, and when we do that, we observe that we get a straight exponential line, and from this we can calculate the D value, which we'll be discussing shortly. Now that we have studied the declination pattern of the microbial population, we can hence write that dN by dt is directly proportional to N. where n is your population concentration at that particular time. So this can be written as dn by dt is equal to minus kn. Now, or this. Now k here is your bacterial or microbial inactivation constant, and the minus sign indicates that the population is decreasing, because here we are not studying the growth, we are studying the destruction of the microbe population. Now integrating these terms, we get dn by n equals to k dot dt. Now integrating it, and we are taking the values of the boundary n0 to n, 0 to t. Here n0 is the initial population of microbes and n refers to the reduced population of microbes. So therefore we get ln n by n0 is equal to kt. Thus on integration we get ln of n by n0 is equal to minus kt. When we take the exponential form or we take the base e, we get the formula n is equal to L0 raised to power minus kt. Now here k, or the bacterial inactivation constant, depends on many factors such as your temperature, type of microorganism, and if we take a same type of microorganism, it depends on the state of that microorganism. For example, let's take vegetative cells and spores. Now we know that spores are the dominant or inactivate form, whereas the vegetative cells are the active form. So the bacterial, it will be more difficult to destroy spores. For example, let us say a vegetative cell has a K constant of 10 raised to power 10 per minute, whereas that of spore, it is 1 per minute. So therefore here we see that K depends on the state of the microorganism, such as in 1 minute it takes only in 1 minute 10 raised to power 10 vegetative cells are destroyed at a set temperature, but at the same temperature in 1 minute only 1 spore is destroyed. Therefore it is more difficult to destroy spore than a vegetative cell. So this is the equation that we have computed based on our knowledge on thermal death kinetics. Now if we are performing calculations on food processing operations, we generally observe that this K is not considered, but what is considered is a D value as a basic characteristic to see the destruction of any microorganism. So let us see what is D value. According to the definition, D value is basically the time in minutes which is used to destroy one log cycle or 90%, or basically one decimal place reduction of the microbial population, which is done at a set temperature. For example, what do you mean by one log reduction? So basically, if we have a population of 10 raised to power 4 and we are decreasing it to 10 raised to power 3. So this is being reduced by a factor of 10 or by 1 decimal reduction. Similarly, if from 10 raised to power 3, we need to reduce this to 10 raised to power 2. So the time taken for this particular reduction and for this particular reduction is known as your D value. And how do we get that 90% reduction? For example, in case of 10 raised to power 4, we have this number. It is being reduced to 10 raised to power 3. So what is the percentage reduction in this? We get 10,000 minus 1,000 upon 10,000 into 100. So we get 9,000 divided by 10,000 into 100. So which is equal to 90%. So hence we say that a 90% reduction is your 1 log reduction, which happens when you want to measure the D value, the time taken for that particular process and at a temperature, at a set temperature. So D value is your temperature constant process. It depends on the temperature you're applying. So basically if you want to denote D value, it is generally denoted as D with a superscript of T, where T is your temperature. For example, a D value at 121 degrees Celsius would be different to a D value at 100 degrees Celsius. So now we know what is D value. We know that if we say for a particular bacteria, 1 minute is your D value at a temperature of 72 degrees Celsius, what it means it means that at 72 degrees Celsius, your bacterial population is being reduced by 90%. Now the factors on which D value depends on are, as we all know, we have studied now, it depends on the temperature, then it depends on the type of microorganism that is to be destroyed. Also, it depends on the composition of the medium of the microorganism in which it is growing. Now let us see how D value is calculated. So when we are observing a microbial survival curve and we want a destruction of 10-fold, that is, for example, let us see 10,000 to 1,000, we see the D value would be the time taken for this reduction to be achieved. So how we calculate it? When we take this points on the curve, let us say this is A and this is B, and then we bring it down here. So this particular time duration is your D value, which is 40 minus 30, 10 minutes. Now let us derive an equation which is more commonly used in thermal calculations. See, in the microbial survival curve, it is seen that D value is given by the inverse, negative inverse of slope. And also the slope of this curve is given by K, which is your bacterial inactivation constant. Now how this relation came, that D is equal to minus inverse of slope? Let us see that with an example. Now if we consider this process only, this reduction only, and we mark this as C. So it is known that slope is given by rise upon run, which in this case is your AC upon BC. So AC in this is your log reduction of microbial population, that is log 10 raised to power 4 minus log 10 raised to power 3 upon BC. Here is your D value, that is time in minutes, so D, right? So here we get that log for 10 raised to power 4 is 4 minus 3 upon D is your slope. So, and one more thing to note is your slope is declining, so it will have a negative sign. So 1 upon D is minus slope. Therefore, we get the relation D is equal to minus 1 upon slope. Now let us get a mathematical equation for the same. So we see here that slope is nothing but log n minus n naught upon T, and slope from here we get is, slope is equal to minus 1 by D. So this term is equal to minus 1 upon D. To get rid of the negative sign, let us reverse the log sign. So we get log n naught minus log n upon T is equal to 1 upon D. So we get this term D is equal to T upon log n naught minus log n, where n naught is your initial population and n is your reduced population. This equation is generally used in the thermal calculations. One more thing to note is that since we derive this equation that D is your negative inverse of slope, so we can also say that D is inversely proportional to K, or inactivation constant, since K is given by the slope of the curve. Now let us see the relation between K and D by this mathematical equation we got in thermal death kinetics, that is N is equal to N naught raised to power minus KT. Also, this can be written as ln N upon N naught is equal to minus KT. Now here we will take T as D, that is the decimal reduction time, because it is in minutes and we want to see the 10th reduction of the population. So we will put N is equal to N naught divided by 10. So here we get ln upon N naught divided by 10 into N naught, that equals to minus K into D. So we get ln raised to power minus 10 raised to power minus 1 is equal to minus KD. Now we know that ln is equal to 2.303 of log. So here we put 2.303 log 10 raised to power minus 1 is equal to minus KT. That gives us, because anything raised to power 10 is the same number of exponent that is there. So we get minus 2.303 is equal to minus KD. Now we get rid of the minus sign. Hence we get D is equal to 2.303 upon K, which also verifies that D is inversely proportional to K. Now this D value, it is temperature specific, we all know. Also it helps us to study how the sterilization effective, whether how much effective it is. For example, at a specific temperature T, say 120 degrees Celsius, a specific bacterial population A has a thermal decimal reduction time of 30 minutes, whereas a population of B has a D value as 5 minutes. So we can say that 120 degrees Celsius is more effective or in the case of sterilization for the population of B. So this is how D value gives us the relation between how effective is your sterilization. Also, D value forms a prerequisite for the next calculations of parameters such as Z value or F value. We'll see how. Now we have studied that D value is in time, so it gives a good representation of what proportion of your living cells is destroyed over a certain temperature. So we are just dealing with the factor of time, but if we want to see a broader perspective of the thermal operation, keeping in mind the two factors, that is time and temperature, we plot we plot a graph containing log of D value on the y-axis versus the temperature on the x-axis. So in this case, we are getting the two factors such as time and temperature, and this curve is known as your thermal death curve. So what is thermal death curve? It is the plot of logarithm of T value or thermal death times in log scale against a temperature which is given by the on the x-axis, and the slope to it, similarly to the microbial survivor curve, is a straight line, and this slope is identifies the Z value, the inverse of Z value, which we'll discuss further. Now what is thermal death time? Now it is the amount of time that is necessary to kill a specific number of microbes at a specific temperature. So note that decimal reduction time is reducing the population by a factor of 10. But what is thermal death time? It is the total time taken to kill the microorganisms. So we can say that thermal death time is equal to n into decimal reduction time. How? Because it can be multiplied by the decimal reduction time by the number of log cycles you want to reduce in the population. Say suppose we want to reduce 5 log cycles. So 5 into D would be your thermal death time. So these plots are very helpful in determining factors such as thermal sensitivity, that is the Z value, which we'll discuss now. Now coming on to the Z value, which gives the sensitivity of the microorganisms. Now Z value is very specific to any microorganism. How? Let's see. Basically it describes the temperature dependence of the reaction. So it is basically the change in temperature which results in a tenfold reduction of decimal reduction time. So here we are talking about the reduction in decimal reduction time and not the population reduction. So basically every organism has a different Z value. It tells us how sensitive the microorganism is. For example, let us see, if bacteria has a Z value of range 5 to 10 degrees Celsius, whereas in the case of say pigments, it is 40 to 70 degrees Celsius. So we can say bacteria is comparatively more sensitive to heat than pigments. So it is more easily destroyed as compared to pigments. So we can say that Z value is basically the temperature increase that is required to bring down the decimal reduction time by 1 log cycle, or by a factor of 10, or by 90%. So this concept is same as we discussed in the beginning, that how log reduction takes place, how 90% reduction takes place, or you can say 1 decimal point takes place. So basically Z value signifies that. Now let us see from the graph what Z value really is. Now here in the thermal death time curve, we see log D values are placed in y-axis, whereas temperature is on x-axis. So we want to study any particular segment, say from here to here, where your D value say is 10 here and it becomes 1. So we'll plot the lines on the curve and bring it down. So this temperature change will be your Z value. And similar to the explanation what we did in D calculation, similarly we can find the value of Z value as T2 minus T1 divided by log D1 minus log T2. Here D is your D value or decimal reduction time, and T is your temperature. So in the same way, the slope of this curve is minus 1 by Z. Next we move on to the another concept known as process lethality or the F value. Now whenever we are performing thermal operations, we want to study all the parameters to optimize the conditions in order to make the food commercially sterile. What is commercial sterility now? Now, commercial sterility means application of heat to the food product in such a way that the population is decreased to a point after which it is safe for the human consumption. So what is F value exactly? F value is also known as sterilizing value or the lethal value. It is generally the time of minutes required to kill a known population of microorganisms under specified set conditions, or you can say at specified temperature. So F value is generally also denoted by F naught. The reference F naught is at the temperature 121.1 degrees Celsius generally at the time of sterility. And now please note, F value can also be called as thermal death time, and we just studied that thermal death time is the number of factor which is to be reduced, the population to be reduced into your decimal reduction time, because decimal reduction time gives 1 log reduction, and whenever we see the reduction in the population, we measure it by the log cycles. So F value can be calculated as n into dt, where n is your number of log reductions which you need to decrease in the population, dt is your decimal reduction time, and t here denotes at that specified temperature. Also, please note that F value is generally denoted as F, Z value and D value. Suppose at a temperature say 121 degrees Celsius, any bacteria has a Z value of 5 degrees Celsius and the D value of that bacteria say is 0.21 minutes. So F value would be denoted by F5 0.21. So this is how F value is denoted in calculations. Also, please note that whenever F value has been estimated, at the time of operations, the temperature set for processing is always kept a bit higher than the F value. Why? Because, for example, in canning, some time is given to the heat penetration of the cans. Therefore, if say your F value is 2.54, so the processing time will be around 3 minutes to ensure complete sterility. Now let us see an example of how really these three values are interdependent and how we calculate this in the numericals. Now let us see. Pooled raw milk at the processing plant has a bacterial population of 4 into 10 raised to power 5 per ml. It is to be processed at 79 degrees Celsius for 21 seconds. The average D value at 65 degrees Celsius is given as 7 minutes and the Z value for these microorganisms is 7 degrees Celsius. So they are asking how many organisms will be left after pasteurization and also what time would be required at 65 degree to accomplish the same degree of lethality. Now what do we have in this question? The Z value is 7 degrees Celsius and the D value is 7 minutes at 65 degrees Celsius. So let us see the difference between the processing temperature and the reference temperature, which is 65 degrees Celsius in this case. Now 79 minus 65, as you know, would come out to be 14 degrees Celsius, right? Now we know the Z value is 7 degrees Celsius. What it means is at increase of 7 degrees Celsius to 65, we will get a reduction of D value by 1 decimal place. But here the temperature difference is 14 degree, which is a factor of 7 into 2. Right? So whenever 7 degrees increased, 1 decimal point would be decreased and again 2 times the 7 degrees increasing, that is 14 degree increase would result in 2 decimal reductions in the D value. So we can say that the D value, which was 7 minutes at 65 degrees Celsius, would be reduced to 0.07 minute. So this is the D value we get at 79 degrees Celsius. Now it is said that the milk is processed for 21 seconds. Now dividing it by 60, we get 0.35 minutes. So this is the time of processing. Now we have done that. What is thermal death time? It is the factor of reduction into your decimal reduction time. So how many log reductions are we getting here? Now the processing time is 0.35 divided by our D value at that temperature, which is 0.07. So we get 5 log reduction cycles. So the population was 4 into 10 raised to power 5. We reduce the 5 log reductions and the answer is 4 organisms per ml. Now secondly, it is asking what time would be required at 65 degrees Celsius to accomplish the same degree of lethality. Now what was the degree of lethality? It was 5D or 5 log cycles, and the D value at 65 degree is as given 7 minutes. So 5 into 7, that is 35 minutes is the answer. Next is the 12D concept. Now at the time of thermal operations, our ultimate aim or goal is to destroy all the microorganisms, or especially the pathogenic or spoilage microorganisms. Now this is based on the probability concept, because we can never ideally reach the zero population. So a process was set as that is a 12D process based on the experiments of scientists, that it is a concept designed to reduce the microorganism population by a factor of 10 raised to power 12 or 12 cycle. This particular concept generally indicates in the process of canning, wherein the most feared microorganism is your Clostridium botulinum. Now it was seen experimentally that a reduction factor of 12 log cycles renders the food safe for consumption from C. botulinum, which is a very heat resistant bacteria in low to medium acidic foods. So it was seen that a reduction by 12 factor or 12 log cycle reduction actually renders the food safe and makes it commercially sterile. Or you can say that it leads to a condition where only a probability of one survivor is there in 10 raised to power 12 cans. So how do we find the time and temperature conditions of 12D concept? So from our last definition of F value, we saw F value is the level of degree of reduction, that we can say N, into your decimal reduction time at that temperature. So in case of sterilization, we see that the time is 121.1 degree Celsius. Yes. So N here is the 12 log cycle reduction, or we can say that F is equal to log A upon log B into D, where log A is your initial population and B is your final reduced population. And putting the values here, log A upon log B. So log A is kept as it is, and log B would be log A divided by 12, because we want a 12 log reduction. So we get log A upon log A by 12 into D. So we get F is equal to 12D, which is the 12D concept at a particular temperature. Now let us see the case of canning. For example, the D value at 121 degrees Celsius, or you can say 250 degree Fahrenheit, for Clostridium botulinum is 0.21 minutes. Now substituting these value, we get F naught is equal to D into your log reduction. So this will be 12, because 12 log cycles are being reduced. So F naught is equal to 0.21, that is the D value, into 12, which results in 2.52 minutes. So now we know that the F value is 2.52 minutes, that we derived from the 12D concept. So at this temperature, the food will be commercially sterile or rendered safe to human consumption, because the heat resistant Clostridium botulinum spores have been reduced by 12 log cycles. Now we move to general methods for calculation in a thermal processing. Now this will give you the formulas that are very, very important at the time of numerical solving for thermal process operations. Now as per the definition, we know Z value is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by log D1, that is the decimal reduction time, minus log D2, or we can rearrange it as log D1 upon D2 is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by Z. Now we are raising the sides to the exponents of 10. What we get is 10 raised to power log D1 by D2 is equal to 10 raised to power T2 minus T1 divided by Z. Now we know that simply that for the base of 10, anything raised to power log, say x, it gives you the value of x. So by rearranging, we get D1 by D2 is equal to 10 raised to power T2 minus T1 by Z. So this gives your first formula. And now we know that F is equal to any factor that is a reduction factor by D into D. So F is directly proportional to the decimal reduction time. So substituting that, we get FR upon F is equal to 10 raised to power T minus TR upon Z. This is the second formula. Now here, please note, FR is your reference F value and TR is your reference temperature. Now at the time of thermal processing calculations, by reference we generally mean the sterilization. In this case it would be 121.1 degrees Celsius, the temperature. So these are the important formulas you have to keep in mind for solving any numericals based on thermal operations. Let us see one example. So let us see this question which came in GATE 2016. It says the D121 and Z value for C botulinum spores in canned food are 0.2 minute and 10 degrees Celsius respectively. Total time required in minutes to reduce the spores from 10 raised to power 2 to 10 raised to power minus 6 at 111 degrees Celsius is. So let us see what is given here. D121 is 0.2 minute and Z is given as 10 degrees Celsius. Now the reduction is from 10 raised to power 2 to 10 raised to power minus 6. So first let us find F value at 121, which is equal to log reduction, decimal reduction time, that is 0.2 minutes, into the reduction of population that has happened. So we can see log 10 raised to power 2 minus log 10 raised to power minus 6. So that gives us 0.2 into 2 minus 6. That is 0.2 into 8, which gives us 1.6 minutes. So this is the F value for 121. Now we need to find the F value of 111 for the same reduction. So keeping in mind the formula that we just discussed, let us put the values. For that we have F naught divided by F is equal to 10 raised to power T minus T naught by Z. So keep substituting the values, we get 1.6 divided by F at 111 is equal to 10 raised to power, the T here is 111 degrees Celsius minus F naught, that is, sorry, T naught, that is 121. So 111 minus 121 upon Z. So we get 1.6 divided by F111, 10 raised to power, this comes out to be minus 10 upon 10, that is 10 raised to power minus 1. Now rearranging the terms, we get F11 is equal to 16 minutes. So this is how you approach any problem on the numericals based on thermal operations. You have to keep in mind these two formulas, which is very, very important. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to reach out for any doubts. Thank you.